Hello there, people. This is Max with A1 Website Pro, and today we're going to be learning about PHP 7 logical operators. Okay, so without further ado, let's make sure our XAMPP server's fired up, and you can see that mine is here. It's rocking and rolling on the green. Fire up my Dreamweaver and navigate over here to my website. Again, if you need the files for this lesson, you can download them if you click the link in the description below. Okay, so let's open up our operators.php file and click View. And this was from the last lesson when we were talking about comparison operators. So we're going to go up here to File, Save As, Operators hyphen comparison. Damn it. Lowercase, I need to look at the screen when I'm typing. comparison. Okay. Operators hyphen comparison, and then just click Save. And then you can click View. Make sure it's there. Close it out. If you don't have them, they'll be on the site to download. Alright, well, let's go ahead and get rid of all of this stuff that we've already have saved in our operators comparison. All this stuff right here. Gotta keep it nice and simple. Okay. Now, what is a comparison operator? We have the AND, we have OR, we have NOT. So let's take a look at these comparison operators. If I go over here to my snippets, you can see that I have my logical operators, and the first one on the list is going to be AND. So I'm going to double click AND and put it in here. And I tried to make illustrations for you guys so it's easier to understand. So in this example, Friday at 3 p.m. is quitting time for the crew. Now, we use the logical operator to see if two conditions are met. Let me spell L-O-G-I-C. Logical operator to see if two conditions are met. If there's a match, we're going to display a result. And if there's not a match, we're still going to display a result, but it's going to be a little bit different. So I set a variable of today, and I set it to Friday. Okay, and quitting time is at 3 p.m. Okay, so Friday at 3 p.m. is quitting time. Otherwise, they got to work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Only at 3 p.m. do they get time off. Okay, but this is to help you understand the logic a little bit. So we start with our if statement. If, open parenthesis, today is equal to, remember our last one? Equal to Thursday. That's a comparison operator. Now, here's our logical operator. And quitting time is equal to 3 p.m. We're going to close our parenthesis, open our curly bracket, get ready to echo. It's quitting time. Okay? Else, if these conditions are not met, both of them at the same time, if they're both not true, we're going to echo out not quitting time. So we can see that today we're putting Friday down here and we're putting 3 p.m. over here. So we're matching the 3 p.m. on this logic, but we're not matching Thursday. So it should read not quitting time. So hit save. If you go to your XAMPP server, click go to application. And where it says dashboard there, type in my website, and then we go to operators.php. And we'll check it out. It says not quitting time yet. All right. Now let's go here, and so we see that the quitting time variable 3 p.m. matched, but the today variable didn't match. So let's make this the same as Thursday. Hit Command S. Let's go to the browser, refresh, and congratulations, it's quitting time. All right. All right. So let's go on to the next one. I want to show you something that's exactly like AND. If we take this out, and let me double click this and ampersand. So it's the same as AND, but it takes greater precedence. Okay. So I'm not going to get into what that means right now at this level of programming, but this is what I prefer to use. So today's Friday, quitting time at 3 p.m. So if today's Thursday and that's our logical operator, quitting time is 3 p.m., we're going to echo its quitting time, else we're going to echo not quitting time yet. And notice we have it set to Thursday. So that should say not quitting time yet. So let's hit Command S, save it, and refresh it in the browser. Of course, it says not quitting time. Now, if we go back in here and we make this Friday, hit Command S, go back here, refresh, it's quitting time. Okay, so basically, this is the boss that sets these two things. Okay, the boss will say what day and time is your quitting time. Up here, we would take this from a date and time variable that we have in PHP. Like if we want to try to find the day, there's functions in PHP that'll just display the day for you. And there's function in PHP that'll display the time for you. Okay? All right. You got that? Well, let's go on to the OR logical operator. And so in this example, we use the OR logical operator. So if either of the two conditions are met, it will display a result. If neither of the two conditions are met, we'll have it display a different result. So here's what's going on. If we set the variable of today to Friday, we set quitting time to 3 p.m. So if today is Thursday, or our logical operator, or quitting time is equal to 3 p.m., we're going to echo out it's quitting time. Else, if neither one of these two statements are met, we're going to echo out not quitting time. All right? So it's either this one or this one. If either one is true, we're going to be echoing this out. If it's not true, we're going to be echoing this out. Okay? So let me hit save, Command S, we'll refresh it in the browser, and it says it's quitting time. Okay? Now notice that today we have it set to Friday. Okay? But it still came out true. That's because we're using the OR logical operator. Now if we change this 3 p.m. up here to 2 p.m., so it's Friday at 2 p.m., hit Command S, we'll refresh in the browser, it's not quitting time yet. Okay? So you understand the logic. All right? Okay, let me get rid of this example because there's another OR one, just like there's another AND. And this one, too, takes greater precedence, and I prefer to use the two pipes. So if you look on your keyboard, right above your return or enter button, there's a backwards slash, but if you hold the shift button down, you get the two pipes. And that's how you do that. Pipe, 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 pipe. Now, notice today, the variable of today, we're setting to Friday again. The quitting time at 3 p.m. So if today is equal to Thursday, or if quitting time is equal to 3 p.m., echo its quitting time. So what's it going to do? It's going to echo its quitting time. It should. Command S, go to the browser, refresh, and we can see that it's quitting time. Okay. Now once again, we'll change quitting time up here to 4 p.m. Okay. So Command S, we're gonna make them work an extra hour, right? So they'll see it's not quitting time yet. Okay. All right. So that is the ORs. There's two ORs. All right. Let's go ahead and take this out and let's examine the XOR. Okay, so in this example, we're using XOR. It's a logical operator. The crew gets a break at noon and then again at 2 p.m. If either of those conditions are met, our logical operator will display break time. Otherwise, it will display not break time yet. So we have our first break at 10 a.m., our second break at 1 p.m. Okay? So what we're doing here is seeing if the first break is at 12 p.m. or XOR, the second break is at 2 p.m. So if either one of these statements are true, we're going to echo break time. So we'll go ahead and we notice that neither one of them are true right now. So it should echo not break time yet. So hit Command S, go to the browser, refresh, and indeed it says not break time yet. But let's just change one of the values. Let's make this match the 10 a.m. Oh, I'm sorry, that's changing the wrong one. I should change it up here. We'll change this to 12 p.m. right here. Now what's going to happen? If this is true or this is true, it's going to echo break time. So it should echo break time for us. Let's refresh the browser. Notice we get break time. All right. So there you go. Now if they're both true, let's see what happens. So the other one's 2 p.m. What's going to happen? If either one of these are true, refresh, not break time yet. So they cannot both be true. Okay, it's either one or the other. All right, they can't both be true. It can't be true. They both can't be right. This is like a husband and wife statement, XOR, right? Or boyfriend and girlfriend. Okay, well, that leaves one more, and that is the not logical operator. Now you're going to remember this from the last lesson when we were talking about comparisons, but you can use it as a logical operator. So basically, in this example, we use the not logical operator to tell the people to get to work or break time. So we set the var variable to 10 a.m. If the var is not equal to 12 p.m., we're going to say get to work. Else, echo break time. So right now it's set at 10 a.m., so what's it going to say? Well, let's refresh. Get to work. Okay? Now, we could set this, let's go ahead and set it to 12 p.m. Hit Command S. Refresh. Break time. Now, this is a not equal to, but we could go a not identical as well, right? We could do that and that'll work the same way. So if I hit Command S, refresh, it still says break time. Okay? All right, well, this is the deal in logical operators. You have to have a situation first before you know what to do with it, right? So that's why I took this break time example. There's better ways to handle, like I would handle that in a different way. But this is just a rundown example of whenever you're getting stuff from a database and then you need to interpret that data and display a result, you can do it like this. All right? So we're going to be getting into that later, but just go over these logical operators and use them with your comparison operators like we were doing. And try to figure out a different scenario, maybe a different situation in your life, you know, that has to do with dates or times or places, and then bring that in and then try to program it, because that's going to help you be a better programmer. If you take different situations and you try to interpret them into programming, then you're starting to think like the language. All right, this is Max with A1 Website Pro. If you're enjoying these lessons, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next lesson.